Devolution Cabinet Secretary Anne Waiguru is answering queries from the National Assembly's Public Accounts Committee and also the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission officials. Waiguru's ministry is at the center of a probe over inflated expenses. Only yesterday, Planning Principal Secretary in the ministry, Peter Mangiti, retracted the information before the National Assembly's Public Accounts Committee about these expenses. Well, let's bring in our reporter, Patrick Amimo, who is following the important developments right from Integrity Center. Patrick, thank you very much for joining us. Maybe you can just begin by telling us what are investigators looking to achieve from today's proceedings with Anne Waiguru?
Thank you, Betty. Indeed, Cabinet Secretary for Devolution, Anne Waiguru, was expected at Integrity Center to be doing by detectives of the Anti-Corruption Commission at 11, but that time she could not make it because she was also supposed to appear before the National Assembly to answer questions from members of Parliament. Given that the National Assembly has been on a one-week recess and it's resuming its sittings this afternoon, so she appeared before the National Assembly this morning at around 11, together with a permanent secretary, to answer some questions that MPs were seeking answers to before she proceeded to Integrity Center. She checked in here at around noon, that was 12. And as I'm talking now, she's still inside with detectives who want to know from her. They want her to share some information on the 791 million shillings that was lost at the National Youth Service, which is a department under her ministry. These are the NYS saga, the 791 million shillings. The story of the loss came early in the year. But then that time after the CS Waiguru had said that there was an attempt to steal money from NYS through its information finance management integrated system, IFMIS. And she then ordered detectives to look into the matter, and the verdict was that this money had been lost. Besides the 701 million shillings, there's also another 810 million shillings that is also been said that it's been lost. So these are some of the issues that Waiguru will be answering detectives here, because when the report went to the Director of Public Prosecution, Keriako Tobiko, he ordered the Anti-Corruption Commission to interrogate Cabinet Secretary Waiguru together with the Principal Secretary in the Ministry and the Director of the National Youth Service. Because the DPP said that some of the allegations that are leveled against the Ministry touch on crime, which is the docket of the Anti-Corruption Commission. So Keriako Tobiko ordered that CS Waiguru should also appear here and record a statement with the detectives. So her appearance here is in line with the directive from the DPP. Last week, Thursday, we had the Principal Secretary in the Ministry, Mr. Mangiti, appearing before detectives to give his version of the story on what he knows about the going on at NYS. And earlier, 2 weeks earlier, we also had the Director of NYS appearing before the detectives and also recording his statement. So this is just a follow-up to the money, the 791 million shillings that was lost at NYS. That's what the detectives want to know: who really stole this money and why. Maybe because they say some of the services were not delivered. That's it.
Patrick, just before I let you go, maybe we can just look into what happened to yesterday. And Peter Mangiti actually retracted that report, that controversial report that showed the inflation of prices. Will that have an impact on what Waiguru will be interrogated on today? The fact that he retracted the report yesterday.
The other interesting thing with our devolution ministry is that scandals keep on emerging every other day. 2 weeks ago, we had a scandal from the youth fund where about 130 million shillings was lost. And as we talk now, the CEO has been suspended with regard to that test. Also, as the matter was still ongoing, there was a case of another scandal appearing whereby officers from NYS were said to be selling produce cereals at inflated prices. So in as much as Mangiti did clear to the Public Accounts Committee yesterday, saying that the list that came before the committee was accidentally found in a document, and trying to say that it was not a complete list. I don't think it will have any impact on on the investigations that are ongoing here, because that is a separate matter that is touching on the ministry. Perhaps if CS Waiguru is asked about it, she's on record saying that she's not an accounting officer, and she said the blame lies squarely with the principal secretary who is an accounting officer in the ministry. But again, the opposition has raised issues with the way the Anti-Corruption Commission is operating. In that 2 weeks ago, we had the Anti-Corruption Commission release an audit report on NYS where they said the systems are not proper and they allow theft. So people are asking why is that the opposition was so critical about it, saying that that money, that report would have been presented to the Director of Public Prosecution and not the Minister, who is blamed some of the excesses or misgivings going on in the ministry.
All right, thank you very much, Patrick Amimo, there, just giving us the latest from Integrity Center, where Devolution and Planning Cabinet Secretary Anne Waiguru is currently before the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission officials.